Hello, Eagle Nation. This is your boy, Darth Rock. Eagle coming at you guys live and direct with a brand new video for week 15. Yeah, I said it right. Week 15. That was a thrilling game, I must admit. But we had the lead 30 to 16, I think that's what it was, or I think it was 20. It was somewhere in the 20s. And then we had the lead. That's all I know. And we let them come back and made 20. And I think 20 and 3, I think that's what it was. I can't really predict the score, but all I know, we won this game 32 to 30 on a game-winning field goal by our boy I'm sorry, not Jack, Jake Elliott, our young kicker, but he missed one field goal early in the game, but he able to kick the game winning one, which is the most important one in every game. That's very important in this season. So in this book right here, I got my stats. I've written them down, so I won't have to really go very far in what to say and what not to say. But anyway, like I said before, we had the 32-30 win over the Texans, who were at the time 10-4, who are now 10-5 when they lost here today. I had the feeling and I had the faith to know we were winning the football game, but too many penalties and too many miscues that could have caused this game to go either way. And there were two of them. And one of them was the fumble that was caused by the running back. I'm talking about number one and only Adams. He the one that fumbled the football and damn near cost us the game. And then Nick Foles threw an interception, but that's no longer the case now because he threw for 4 for that matter. So I'm going to go ahead and get that shit and let you guys know what I came up with and what I saw based on live stream, which, by the way, the game was not on today. But I saw on Facebook live stream, which is where you see me, which is where you're seeing me now. And I'm going to go ahead and get this stat sheet taken care of so you all get some understanding of what I was saying that I just said a few minutes ago. But anyway, then go ahead and get started. Nick Foles threw for 35 or 49, which is way over the 50 passing limit for 471 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Like I said before, his average was 9.6 average per throw, and the passer rating was 120.4, which is not bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it would have been higher had not for the pick. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said before, we can look over that because the 4 touchdowns is what really mattered. And I'm going to go ahead with Sproles, who also had 9 carries for 32 yards. And that was a 3.6 yard average. That's kind of low considering how fast this guy is. But he was able to get 3 receptions for 76 yards, a touchdown. And now I think that was the first touchdown that was scored in that game, if I'm not correct, because when I went to live stream, some of the games I wanted to see in the second half, I think it was second half, or it might have been the first half, or part of the first half. I'm not sure how it happened, but all I know is they scored 7 for what I've seen, because we had the lead 7-0 going to when they scored 3 and then 6. Anyway, and then get to Zach Ertz, which, by the way, I need to give clap to because he now owns the NFL franchise record, which was set by Jason Witten the year before, and now he now owns that record, which is now an Eagles record and an NFL record for tight ends in a season. He had 12 receptions for 110 yards, touchdowns, and his longest one with the 23 yard, which I'm thinking that's the one that got the first touchdown for him. And it was a 9.2 average per catch. Now, if you look at the 9.2 yard average and compare it to Nick Foles, So that let you know right there that 4.4 goes somewhere else compared to the 9.6 to 9.2 yard per average per catch. Like I said, it's a franchise record, and he was targeted 18 times of the 12 for 110, 2 touchdowns, 9.2 average. His longest was 23. You can't get no good in that. And I think that was spectacular on all the throws and all the catches that were received coming out of Nick Foles' hands out of the backfield. And it also goes to defensive end Jake Long. No, not Jake Long, I'm sorry. Defensive end Long, who had 2 TOTs, 2 solo tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 tackle for loss, and 3 quarterback hits. Now, I'm not quite sure exactly how many hits that Watson received in that backfield. I know he took 3, so that means he probably was the leader as far as quarterback hits. But the 2 sacks, kudos for that brother, because he been doing one hell of a job on that coming in, on getting certain snaps per game. He did a good job doing that, so I don't complain there. He did a hell of a job. And let's get to the receivers. Alshon Jeffries had 3 receptions for 82 yards. A 27.3 yard average. And the longest one that he had was the 52-yard bomb came out of Nick Foles' hands to him, and he sprinted up the field to get 52 yards. That was the longest by him. And last but not least, let's go to Aguilar, who had 5 receptions, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. And the longest one was the one that he threw out the backfield and was able to get that ball way downfield to about the 35-yard of what I want to say. So that's kind of like 83 yards was the long that we've had this season, according to commentators. So that's good kudos for him for getting 116 yards, which, by the way, the first 100-yard game he had this season compared to last year when he had I think 700 or 800 yards receiving altogether last year. And this year is kind of a low for him because he ain't nowhere near close to the mark he set last season, because the fact is we had too many injuries in the backfield and for the quarterbacks, for the offensive line. So when you ain't got good protection, your number kind of dwindled just a little bit. So that's what happened to Nelson Aguilar this year, because this year was a good year for him. He was supposed to have had over 1,000 yards this year, which was protected between him and Alshon Jeffries. Both receivers was supposed to have got 1,000 yards this year, but that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is. We are now 8-7. Can't complain about the win. If we win tomorrow's game, next week's game against the Washington Redskins, that put us 9-7. And I'm gonna get to the other games after I get through with the stat sheet. So, but Adams, the running back, had 11 carries for 21 yards. A 1.9 yard average. That's way below average that he has had all season long. And his longest was the 6 yards that he ran, but 6 yards really ain't nothing, because we ran the ball less once again, so Nick Foles had to sit back there in the pocket and get the ball and win the game for us. So that needs to change against the Washington Redskins. We got to run the football. You know what I'm saying? We got to. That's the only way we're going to put up points. That's the only way we're going to protect the quarterback. That's the only way we're going to be able to protect the offensive line. And especially give the defense some rest. And then go to Golden, who also had a pretty good game. He had 3 receptions for 30 yards, a 10-yard average, and the longest was the 24. That might have been in the earlier part of the game, probably the first half of the game that I didn't get a chance to see. So that might have been in that category, because he didn't do much in the second half. Golden Tate had 2 catches for 13 yards. And that was a 6.5 yard average. And the longest one that he had was 9 yards. Jake Matthews had 2 catches for 13 yards, a 6.5 yard average at that point, and his longest was 11 yards. So Tate and Matthews had the same 6.5 yard average and the same amount of catches and same amount of yards. But the difference between the two is the long. Like I said, Tate had 9 yards, the longest, and the longest for Matthews was 11 yards. That need to change between those two. But it is what it is. And last but not least, our boy Jake Elliott. The boy did it again. He is 2 for 3 in this game. He missed 1 field goal, but that's out the door. He made a crucial one in the second half, and he made a very important one in the fourth quarter with the minutes running down off the clock. And that was a 35-yard bomb that he kicked into the goal post and gave us the game-winning field goal, would put us at 32-30. Now, since I gave you all the stats, we can go ahead and get to some of the games. We all know Washington won this past Saturday. The Cowboys won today, and they are now the NFC East champs. And that sounds so disgusting coming out of my mouth, but nothing we can do about it. We can only hope that they lose their next game, and that put them at 9-7 and put us at 9-7. If we win the Washington Redskins game, that puts 9-7. But if they lose, that'll make us in the lead. But too late, they won the division. So that puts them in one of the top 1, 2, 3, 4 categories for us for home field, first round bye, and that going forward. So I'm thrilled that we won this game. It was an all-out battle, but too many miscues kept the Texans in this game. And that disappoints me, but a win is a win, right? And that all that matters up to this point. Cause like I said, we are 8-7. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video on a high note, like I always do. Don't hate the players. Hate the game. Peace. One love.